Today we're checking out smart people living in 3021. Starting off with this guy right here. This guy had the job of filling up some water buckets, and as you guys can see, instead of filling up every water bucket on its own, he did it individually by placing the water buckets in a way where once he fills up the first one all the way to the top, the other water buckets will fill on their own by pouring into one another. If this guy isn't a genius and has not gotten a raise, then we're all doomed, because this guy is literally using his brain to fill water buckets. Okay, I know that sounds easy, but regardless, here's a guy who is a policeman living in 3018. Yep, this guy's out here living his best life. I don't even know how you're supposed to chase someone on stilts if they commit a crime, but this guy literally looks like a Robocop or something. Like, he is out here policing the streets on stilts. Why he needs to be on stilts, I have no idea. Does this provide like better running traction? I don't know how this works. I feel like this is a very easy way to, like, someone could just hit his legs from underneath him and then he's sort of like stuck on the floor. But hey, for some reason, this guy's needed out there. He does his job like he needs to do. Speaking of people that do their jobs, it looks like this kid straight up jacked a gardener's tools in order to create some kind of rocket propelled skateboard. Now, it's more like a leaf blower prepared skateboard, but regardless, this kid's out here living in the future. He grabbed a leaf blower, sat down his skateboard, and said, "Let's zoom." That's exactly, the way I used to use my skateboard is use my legs, but I guess this is cool too. I don't even know where you would even get a leaf blower, but I guess sort of stole it, but yeah. This kid asked their mom to bring down their phone charger and sent the phone charger on the dog. Yep, wrapped the cable around the dog and said, "Call the dog." And the dog came running with the phone charger. Yeah, this is a thing. I don't know how this dog wasn't like uncomfortable with this thing around him, but apparently this is pretty cool. Okay, this guy's doing a little bit too much. I guess he needed to cut his hair. And as you guys know, we've all been locked away in our houses for quite some time right now. But as you guys can see, this guy is sort of cutting his own hair with the camera that he attached to the TV, when I feel like I'm confused, to be honest. Here's what I'm confused about. Wait, oh my God. Okay, never mind, I see it. He lives at home alone. He has a camera that took a picture of his camera that the camera's using to cut his hair. Wow, that's a little bit, I mean, this is a lot. This is a lot of work, but I guess, like, if you've got to do it, you've got to do it. If you got to cut your hair, what's the point of cutting your hair if you never go outside, though? That's another question, unless maybe he's a YouTuber like me and needs to cut his hair, because if he doesn't cut his hair, he'll look like a bum. That makes sense. Speaking of bums, this kid is never going to be a bum. The parents made sure they designed this umbrella raincoat perfectly so that he doesn't get wet and neither does the rest of his body, which doesn't really make sense to me, because I feel like he would just carry a lot of water around him. But he sort of looks really cute. So you know what? I'll give it to him. And honestly, his sandals are pretty clutch too. Some nice Nike sandals. This guy's living his best life. This dog dad is literally living in the future. His dog hated to get his nails clipped. So what did he do? He hung the dog on his pull-up bar so that the dog could then get his nails clipped. He went even to the extent of wearing a headlight flashlight. And honestly, that's a pretty cool way of cutting your dog's nails. Yeah, he bought a purse, literally cut holes in the purse, hung it on his pull-up bar just so he can cut his dog's nails. If that's not true love, I don't know what is. Speaking of true love, I have absolutely fallen in love with this dog. This is a tactical dog. Now you're probably wondering, Garrett, is that a laser on his head? No, that's not a laser on his head. That's a camera. This is a tactical dog. He's out here doing what he needs to do to get the job done. He's catching criminals. And honestly, I feel like I'm not really sure what, maybe this is supposed to like stop stuff from getting into his eyes, but it honestly, it's pretty freaking cool. I would get this for just any normal dog. I think all dogs need this equipment. Yep. This would be cool. All dogs need protective eyewear. This dog needs it. And oh my freaking God. Imagine going to church, right? Which nowadays it seems like no one's doing because, you know, all the stuff that's going on. And then being in church and cutting out the Bible so you could use your phone. Yep. That's what this guy did. What's the point of being in church if you were gonna do this? I don't understand. I don't get it. He hollowed out the Bible just to do this. He's scrolling through Instagram, doing his thing, liking all the booty pics. Bro, I don't even understand. I don't even understand. Speaking of things I don't understand, imagine not having a news crew, and this is how you have to do the news. What kind of bootleg news company is this? Why are we using selfie sticks for news camera? I don't understand. Is this a thing? Is this like the future of the news crews? If you are a news crew member, you just lost your job. Selfie sticks are the future. You just lost your job. She's a one-man army right here. She's doing what she needs to do to get the job done. And speaking of getting the job done, this guy really wanted a picture of his favorite baseball player. So what did he do? He used binoculars, then used his phone to zoom in so he can get a picture of his favorite baseball player. Yep, that's a thing. He took pictures like this all night, apparently. This is like how he was able to get close-ups, which honestly is pretty flippin' cool, because I've never seen someone do that before. Using binoculars in that way is a little weird, but speaking of weird, imagine going on a plane, right? And you want to watch your favorite show, because some planes, they don't got those nice fancy screens on the back. So what do? You set up 2 bananas and you just watch on your phone. Yep. This kid's living his best life. Let me tell you, he set up the 2 bananas and he's just watching his favorite, I don't even know what that is, movie? It sort of looks like Avengers maybe, or I don't know what that is, but let me tell you, he is so close to that screen. He is locked and loaded, ready. But yeah, bananas are delicious and of course make great screen holders, which is very confusing to me because I have never looked at a banana and been like, this can hold my phone. Seriously. Now, personally, I don't have a lot of hair underneath this hat. I mean, I got some hair, but like, it's not a lot, okay? It does what it needs to do in order to be there. But regardless, this guy is at a barber. And this guy is not only getting a haircut, but he's also on his phone. Now, listen, if you go to the barber, you know the struggle. Sometimes you want to be on your phone. You want to be chatting it up with your friends, and you can't because, well, you don't want to get hair all over your phone. Well, this barber solved for that problem and made it so there's a clear part inside of the apron that allows you to be on your phone. This is amazing. You know what? I'm gonna get my barber this gift. I feel like this would be a really good gift for my barber, so that when I go, I can easily go ahead and make use of my phone, even though I fall asleep every time I go to the barber. Yeah, it's a problem. I don't know. For some reason, when I sit in the barber chair and he starts cutting my hair and doing my beard, I just fall asleep. It's weird. Listen. Okay, you know what? Next picture. I don't know if this guy's living in the future or living in the past, because he has rubber band of foam to his head, which nowadays cars have Bluetooth, and there's also AirPods. Hands-free technology is not the future. It's now the past. So this guy is sort of like maybe was living in the future in the past, but nowadays he's living in the past. I don't even know who just carries rubber bands on them and then puts it around their head. I don't even know how that thought process would be a thing, but apparently it is. Yeah, my brain doesn't make any sense to that one. I don't understand. Yeah, and this one doesn't really make sense to me either. This guy is marrying his waifu or an anime girl. I don't really understand what he's literally getting married in VR. Why wouldn't he's getting married? Okay, you know what? We're gonna end the video here because it just took a turn that is just weird. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. Click here to go watch the next video. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new one. Bye, dudes.